Hello guys, in today's video I want to share the example of a jurist and professor of law Rudolph Cleveringa, which was born in Netherlands in 1894. Usually I don't do the dates before 900 as the time may not be so accurate, but here we have a lot of events so we can check how this works with the chart. So in this video I will show you how we time the events using Vedic astrology. The classical approach to astrology assumes that we are not only able to have an insight into the nature of person based on their birth details, but we can also time the events. And Vedic astrology has a special tool called dasha, so you may know in which major period you are. Then each of this is divided into 9 sub-periods and then even more sub-periods, so this can give you the accuracy up to a few months. And then because we usually do the graha dasha up to 3 levels, we can take the yearly chart and get even more accuracy up to the 10 days. So we will go through things like moving the place, getting a job and being fired, and also imprisonment and release. We will talk about the marriage, getting children, in this case adopted, and difficult time for the family members. So I will show you how the dasha, which are specific planets at the time of events, are activating in the Vedic chart specific points related to the areas which are being triggered. And we'll be using here the most popular timing system, Vimshotri dasha. But let us just get the professional profile out of the way so we have then more clarity for the timings. Aruda will jump to Sagittarius, so is loaded by Jupiter, which means that he's working in academia. 10th from the moon is Mars, but that Mars is aspected by Graha and Rasi Drishti by also the Jupiter in the 8th house. In the Navamsha we have also the Jupiter, which is dispositor of the 10th lord in own sign, but also in Marana Karakastana, so it is giving good for one area, and also it is giving the problem with the sibling. And in the dashamsa, the specific chart of career, we need to have the planet which are signifying the career in 2nd, 6th or 10th. So without any rectification, we have Jupiter in own sign in 2nd house. He is specifically known for giving a speech in defense of his colleagues and also promoter, the Jews, which were victims of the Nazi Germany aggression and anti-Semitism in the World War II. So looking at that Saturn exalted in the Lagna. Saturn exalted means fighting for equality, especially because it's Libra, it's the fairness. The Lagna is showing that Satya, which is the truthfulness. Also we have the Lagna Lord, the Venus in the 5th house. So both Venus and 5th house have to do with this passion, activism, that romantic idealism. You are really fighting for something without any consequences, as if it's your duty for your soul, as if any practical consideration are null in comparison to that inner calling of your soul. So we have exalted planet in the ascendant, which is showing the person. This is especially Saturn, which is showing that equality, fairness, and we have a Venus, which is showing this activism and passion in the 5th house. Now let's go with the events. The first one is his family moved when he was 4, and this happened in Rahu, Mercury dasha, very easy. 12th house has to do with changing of location or foreign travel, and this is Virgo. Rahu and Mercury are both lording the Virgo, which is the 12th house, so they are activating the 12th house, so we can suspect that in this dasha the person very high chance to move. Of course we need to confirm with the D4, which is related to place of stay, because the 12th house can give also another events like marriage. We will see also how it is activating the marriage. But in the D4, the 9th lord, which is showing traveling, is Mercury, and Mercury is also in the Badaka. So the Badaka 12 and 9 in the D4 may also inspire one to go abroad or change location. Now in Jupiter Mercury, he studied the law. We see Mercury is in 9th in the Rashi and 5th in the Navamsha. So these both are very much related to studies. Very accurate and straightforward. We could get some confirmation from the special dedicated chart to studies D24, but we are not going there because it's quite difficult to rectify. So let's just stick to the Rashi chart for now. In Jupiter Moon, he got his thesis. This was the 10th house. This is end of studies. Maraka, which is the 2nd house, to the 9th. In D9, Moon is the 5th lord, which may show some kind of awards, and in the Lagna, which is giving that Bhagya or fortune. And again, we could see the D24, the special chart for academics, to confirm this event. Now remember, in Rahu Mercury, he moved abroad, but in Jupiter Rahu, so the 12th house got again activated, he got married. So the 12th house also is in the Rashi chart activated whenever you are getting a new partner. In the Navamsha, however, it must activate the 7th house or lord. Moon is in the Lagna as the 7th lord, and Rahu is aspecting that moon by Graha Drishti and being with Venus, with the Karaka for marriage. Now, Rahu is also 2nd lord, so in that time we could speculate that this could be his 2nd serious relationship. Now, unfortunate event, he had the death of younger sibling. Younger sibling is the 3rd house. We see 3rd lord is Jupiter in the 8th. So very inauspicious position. So the Lord is very much afflicted here. And such events are happening in the Maraka, which is 2nd and 7th to a specific house, which is showing the people in our life. So if we take sibling, which is the 3rd house, the Maraka houses would be 4th and 9th. So in the 4th and 9th dasha, you may have some problematic situation for your sibling. This should be checked in the Rashi and in the dedicated independent chart, in this case Drekana for siblings. So it was in Saturn. Saturn is 4th lord. So just when the 4th lord dasha came, that unfortunate event has happened. So the dasha is not enough. You need to see the whole chart to estimate the seriousness of what can happen. Like in this case, we see the 3rd lord is in 8th house in Rashi and in the Marana Karakastana in the Navamsha, so it's quite afflicted. For the final result, you need to study the Drekana, the Parashara Drekana for siblings. Okay guys, if you like this video so far, please don't forget to click the thumbs up. You're helping me with this algorithm to make it more visible on this platform. And if you like to see similar videos in the future, then please subscribe with the bell notification on. And now let's proceed further with the analysis. Then for the adoption, he adopted 2 kids in Saturn Mercury and Saturn Venus. Now for men, the house of kids is 5th house, and we see in the 5th Mercury and Venus. Very straightforward. And for adopted children, you usually have Saturn, Mercury, Saturn, Mars, such yogas. So we have both Saturn, Mercury, very much influencing the 5th house. Of course, again, this has to be confirmed in the dedicated chart to children, Saptamsha. And then we see again this Jupiter is not bringing good results for him, because in Saturn, Jupiter, and he has this yoga on of Sun and Moon in both Navamsha and Dashamsa. This is very negative yoga. Therefore, he had those negative things in his life. And also in the Dashamsa, we see how 5th and 9th, the 5th lord is with Saturn Ketu in the 9th. So we see how his freedom is very much constricted. He is like stuck. He is imprisoned in that time. So 5th and 9th are very much related to that, our personal freedom. And in the Dashamsa, this will be all about work. So it happened because of work, and this restricted his work. And Jupiter is giving the results of Moon because it's an own sign in the Navamsha and the Dashamsa, and the Moon is in that bad yoga of Sun and Moon. In the Navamsha, we also see that Jupiter is dispositor of that 10th lord Venus in the 12th house, and Jupiter being the 12th lord of prison or some negative event. Also from Atmakaraka, the Jupiter is not well placed. Therefore, this dasha was very, very challenging for him. But again, you need to have this yoga in the chart to attain such type of seriousness. So without first analyzing the yoga, you cannot estimate the level of the quality of the event, how far it will go with this seriousness and the exact situation. Then in Mercury, we see the demise of the mother. We need to open the special chart, which is called Dvadashamsa, for timing events related to health or demise. And again, we are taking the Maraka, so 2nd and 7th. But now we are counting them from the 4th house in the Dvadashamsa, because Dvadashamsa is a special chart for parents, and 4th house is the house of mother. So Maraka to any house in any Varga will show these unauspicious events. So Maraka is 2nd and 7th, so for the 4th, the Maraka houses will be 5th and 10th. And Mercury is the 5th lord, placed in the 10th house. So Mercury is taking the role of the big afflictor of that person in that specific chart. And then he restarted his career after the liberation, after the World War II has ended. He again got the same spot, the same position in the college of the law professor in the dasha of Mercury Ketu. Now, do we remember? Aquarius is the sign where is Dashamsa ascendant and moon placement in the Rashi. So 10 from this position will be very important for career life, and this is the Ketu. Ketu is also showing the liberation, getting that freedom. So in that time connected to 10 from moon, we always need a 10 from moon, and the 10th lord in the Dashamsa of career life, he got this position again. He was very much appreciated, and he even got the suggestion or possibility to work for the government sector. We see that Sun is aspecting Arudalagna, so there is some possibility, but he didn't took it because of the position in the Navamsha and the Dashamsa. So this was something as an option, but he resigned from this. He just wanted to be more involved in the academia. Also, a very important thing, in the Rasi chart, we see that Sun is in that Pisces. Sun doesn't like that Pisces sign at all. And this is in the 6th house as the Badaka. So Badaka with the 12th lord of imprisonment in the enmity house of 6th house, and the Sun showing the government. Some foreign, Rahu Sun, some foreign government will be his enemy and has the power to imprison him, right? And this all happened, remember, in the Jupiter Antardasha. So that Sun Rahu is in the Pisces and the Jupiter is dispositor. So again, we can appreciate the power of dispositors in timing with the Vimshotri Dasha. The last event, the demise, was in Venus Saturn. Saturn is dispositor of that yoga Sun Moon, which was in the ascendant, very negative yoga in the Navamsha. Sun is also 8th lord, so it's the 8 or 12 are the points which are normally activated. And in the Rashi chart, we are seeing the Maraka. For Libra, it's always Mars, because it's 2nd and 7th lord, Mars being in Capricorn, and Saturn is dispositor. So dispositor again is activating the Maraka in the Rashi, and it's also activating the 8 and this negative Sun Moon yoga in the Navamsha. Again, Jupiter is a 12th lord. Jupiter being an own sign is delegating his power to the moon. So Saturn through dispositor also is activating that 12th house. So that is the only explanation how this beautiful Saturn, because for Libra, Saturn is the best planet, it's the Yoga Karaka and also exalted in the Lagna, which Shastra are saying that this person becomes the king of the village. So we could translate it to this Kaladesha Patra, to the actual current situation as a person who will be administrating some project or some region, some area, some territory. So this was definitely manifested and actualized in the life of this person. Okay guys, so that's gonna be it for today. I hope you find some nice insights about timing using Vimshotri Dasha. If you find any value in this video, please don't forget to click the thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see similar videos in the future. Thanks for watching till the end and being here with me on this channel, and see you in the next one.